Was it good?
Great. But I feel the same way. It's like I had Chinese. I'm gonna walk away now.
All right. You guys
Why
ready?
don't you think they're good if you ordered them? Yeah, Joe.
You know,
It's all right.
All right. You ready? Ready to go?
Um,
All right. Ready? 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 All right. In 5, 4, and
No topic too absurd. No statement too asinine. We are Nerdaties and we are on the air.
We are
Apparently. Woo woo! I'm the guy named Mike. Who's the next guy?
Justin.
Who's the guy after him?
Kyle.
Who's the next one after that?
Vinny Thunderheart.
And so he's thrown out his GPT name. And who's fifth in line right now?
Joe.
Joe,
Oh,
I'm really glad we got to test the audio before this.
We did.
Laser focused on those levels. So, yeah.
So we're live.
Look at us entertain.
Yeah, we got everything going for us right now.
We're a little
Are you doing like a crib tour for us?
Me?
Yeah.
The 1-year-old is just not going to sleep.
I feel like that's every day occurrence.
Yeah.
See, that's life with kids.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
That takes usually about 30 minutes to knock out.
Yeah, then how long does he stay down though?
It's been good.
Good.
Knock on the woods.
Knock on Formica.
Yeah, whatever.
How has everyone's week been? Back good, huh?
Rough,
You know,
to be honest.
yeah.
Rugged.
It never stops over here.
Still in stall mode?
Chat G. It was like the second or third time I had spent the night here. And I was laying in the bed, starting to doze off. And I look over, and right next to the bed is like this very hulking, pretty naked, red-colored demon.
Was he
Hey,
pretty
look.
while he was naked? Or very naked?
Both.
Okay.
No, he's monstrous looking. Like the classic, like, horn shit and, like, you know, like, well-muscled.
The cliche. All right.
So, like, you know, I freak out and I start having, like, a fucking asthma attack. It's fine. The other night, same thing, laying in bed. And I had dozed off. And I felt like Kyle will understand this because he has a child. Joe might understand this because he has a pet. But you know how when you're sleeping and like you could be like dead asleep, but you are aware that there's another being like within inches of your fucking face just staring at you?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So like normally that's James in the middle of the night when he's got a stomach ache or something's bothering him. He'll just like come in and instead of dad, he'll just like he'll fucking stand there and like the dad sense goes off and I open my eyes and the motherfucker's standing there. I'm like, what are you doing? So she's like, what the fuck? And I was like, there's a fucking thing in here. And she's like, okay. And I was like, no, because like I woke up thinking James was in the fucking room. And she's like, was he in here? And I was like, no. I was like, the thing is in here.
And she looked at you like we're all looking at you.
Sleep tight.
The second time I've seen something creepy like that. Now I've seen her like grandmother come in and like look over her when she's sleeping. I've seen our grandparents at Kyle's parents' house before. So I'm not usually freaked might break your ankles.
And he's gone.
The disrespect. He's gonna force me to act.
Just like I had to act. That's another thing we should tell the fans. Vinny is such an insolent piece of shit that he made me allow Joe for a night to talk about, what can you talk about, Joe?
Star Trek.
Yeah. Joe, how many
He made.
how many
That's
days-
abusive relationship talk right there. You made me do this to you.
He did make me do it.
The disrespect on Justin's end forces me to act. He thinks he's in control. He's not in control. Sun Tzu, the art of war.
First off, shut up. Me to it, you son of a bitch.
No, because I'm such a hopeless romantic, and I'm always serenading her with my sonnets and poems and my love for her. And when she's not throwing up in her mouth, she's telling me to shut up. So I have them all loaded up.
Pravdo, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, I'm checking settings. That's where I'm at.
Just looking at pretty lights right now. Head in the game, Joe.
It's in the game. I'm in producer mode. But also, Strange New Worlds is starting production. Star Trek Legacy is possibly going to start pre-production as soon as Strange New Worlds goes into production, and then Section 31, the movie with Academy Award winner Michelle Yeoh starring into it. It should also be starting production soon. So yeah,
Does that feel good?
That's all
I
stuff
felt
that-
great.
Happy for you.
Thank you.
See what
Thank
happens, Vinny? See what happens when you start shit with Justin? He feels the need to flex his power.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Good.
You know what's great though? Here's my little backdrop of this. Justin implemented this stipulation on Joe. Excuse me, let me finish there. And now, for a day to quote unquote punish me. Now, I didn't tell Joe he couldn't talk about Star Trek. I simply shit on it. Justin did. So when Justin sit here and thinks he's winning, who's really winning?
I already won.
He makes me act.
I won a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah.
We have this backwards cap having Star Trek wearing dweeb.
Wait.
talking about Star Trek.
Wait. Hold on.
No. Okay. Frontwards hat
Nice hat.
wearing.
Thank you. This hat was purchased at nerdaties.myspreadshop.com. I wear it everywhere.
Listen, I'm in control of this conversation right now, so shut it.
Really, you're not.
Star Trek stinks. Justin knows it. He's losing. It's killing him that Joe gets to talk about this stuff.
I let Joe talk.
I let Joe talk about it. Remember, it was up to me. It was up to me. Don't you forget that. You're welcome, Joe. You sweet man.
The narrative in Vin's mind.
We got some news, yeah?
We're not there yet. It's not news yet.
Not
We have
news yet.
protocol.
Well, protocol me, so we can have Justin stop sucking his own farts out of his beehole.
That's flexible.
Yeah, I wish.
Oh,
All right. So we can't really talk about casting yet because they haven't officially casted anything.
No.
So we're gonna skip over that and go to the glut of trailers that have come out this week.
Bruh.
So many.
You want me to take this one?
Run the train.
All right. So, we got our first trailer for the Garfield movie starring Chris Pratt as
woo!
Garfield.
Prepare for your surprise, folks. This will be a surprising statement. Justin was more receptive to it than I am.
I'm a huge Garfield fan.
As am I.
I love Garfield.
I had a lot of the Garfield collected editions
Yeah.
as a kid.
Read a shit ton of those.
Watched the cartoon back in the day. Garfield and Friends was a classic. It doesn't get brought up nearly
Not
enough.
in
on
Tubi.
Yeah, great show. perfect example of the character.
Yeah,
It,
I
and then
think
Bill Murray got involved.
I think this is a fine visual representation of the Garfield we know. My problem
Mm-hmm.
is Chris Pratt just sounds like fucking Chris Pratt in this. Like
Yeah.
in Mario, he has a little bit of an accent, like more of the Brooklyn accent than heavy Italian, which is fine. He did something. This is just Pratt being Pratt, and it doesn't
He made a story.
it doesn't
It really doesn't.
at all.
At its core, that's my biggest complaint. I don't mind. I actually like the art style. It's a tweak on Jim Davis's standard. All right, not a problem. I don't like the voice as well. Doesn't fit at all because it doesn't have the proper Garfield energy.
Which is the lack.
Whereas you said, yes, none. Garfield isn't a high energy character. He's lethargy in cat form. He cares about nothing except food, and he is not fast. He's like fucking Taz in this trailer. It's just wrong. The energy feels wrong all around. I'm not down. And if you disagree with me, you have the right to, but you're wrong.
I'll be honest with you. I missed the Garfield trailer. I saw the image. It doesn't sway me either way. I'll watch it if it crosses my.
Again, it doesn't look terrible. The problem really is like he's not trying in this one.
No.
If he played him a bit more like Andy on Parks and Rec, like a little bit more like him, a little like almost dumb, maybe it would work. Like make a choice instead of just being Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Actually, I take it back. I am gonna watch it. I'm actually a huge Chris Pratt fan. I forgot.
Okay. Next up, we have the trailer for Merry Little Batman, a holiday Batman special that's going to debut on Amazon. Because this was one of the things that Warner Brothers was like, we don't want to put it on our own streaming service. Shop it out.
You pay us for it.
This is cute. This is based on that book that they did a few years ago, right?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it looked like this in the book, but I know there's an idea of Damian having to defend Gotham. I don't hate the idea. Yeah, I'm not in love with the execution. I don't really love the style. I don't love the designs for any of the villains. I don't like happy-go-lucky Bruce Wayne. Like the gimmick is that Gotham is cured.
Yeah.
Which is like, all right, that's cute. If you want this to be a happy family story.
I'm pretty positive this is based on the book of the same name.
Okay. So it's got some form of precedence. It's like, all right, there's so many different versions of Batman. I'm not going to completely shit on it and say you can't do this, but I'm just not really that interested in it. I don't like the designs of most of the characters, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't like the big head Damian thing compared to the way Batman looks. It just, everything about it feels pretty weird to me. They got an interesting voice cast, though.
I didn't even look it up.
Alfred is played by James Cromwell, who, if we can go back into Star Trek stuff.
Okay. Except from Cochrane.
Indeed. And like 3 other characters on Next Generation.
Mm-hmm.
Batman is a pretty big. It was surprising when. Okay, I did have it. Yeah, Luke Wilson as Batman, who would make a really good Bruce Wayne. I could see him live action or in an animated movie or something doing a really good Batman voice, but his up tempo play on him was just like I was so on this one.
That's what I was thinking. Little Gotham.
Okay, yeah, that was more of a series where it was a lot of where they were all young.
It's a very similar style.
Not a lot of well knowns other than those main actors. And a happy high energy Damien just feels weird to me. I think it would really play well against the concept if it was classic Damien and he's a bit gruff and he's got to find the spirit of Christmas while saving Gotham. That would be pretty cool. Just
I mean, this is definitely meant for like the kindergarten pre-K crowd.
yeah, and you don't have to play him as a murderous assassin, but he can be a little grump.
That's probably why they're all fucking jolly.
Yeah, it's a choice. It's obviously not for us, so I'm just kind of
yeah.
whatever on it.
All right, I'm gonna force Vinny to
Yeah.
watch it.
I'm not a big fan of the art either, the cartoon style. It's very like Powerpuff Girls meets home movies. Remember that old show?
It reminds me of that Thundercats remake.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
got that kind of bounce to it, and it's
Yeah.
I like Vinny said, I'm not huge on that style.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got the trailer for Exploding Kittens, the story of Godcat, played by
Godcat.
Game? I don't remember
Yeah,
Godcat.
Godcat
Is
is
Godcat?
in one of the expansions. Voiced by Tom Ellis, which is funny because he's Lucifer on Lucifer.
Good play. Netflix is taking advantage of the relationship with him.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing in the trailer. Is it going to be R-rated? Because there's
Yes,
a
yes,
bit
it
of an
is.
adult.
It is TVMA. Yeah,
That's worth the price of admission. Then
yeah.
cats and kittens saying dick and fart jokes.
Yeah.
Animated cats and kittens.
Mass hysteria.
I am all over this. We've got the teaser for Inside Out 2 and our first look at one of the new emotions, anxiety.
I was just thinking the other day they really need to make a sequel to that movie, and I don't even remember if they had announced it. And then a few days later, this drops. Yeah, I'm all for more of this. It's a bit odd though. They have already established in this world that the parents have the same kind of emotional setup that the kids do.
Yes.
And the parents have the same emotional spectrum that the kids do, and anxiety isn't a part of it. So does that mean that eventually you work your way through anxiety in this world, or does it merge with all of them in a way, or does it merge with a certain emotion?
Well, because remember, if you go back to the parents, they're all the same. Like the dad's like all the angers.
Well, they all kind of look like anger,
Right.
and anger runs it, but they're not all anger. They have a bit of anger in all of them.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
there's a main.
The mom looks like sadness, but they all do. They all represent those emotions still.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's gonna. Anxiety is what does that to a person. Anxiety picks whichever emotion is going to be strongest in a person, and then they take the reins.
Yeah. Looks fun. We got the first
I'm back.
trailer for the live action Yu Yu Hakusho.
Purple shirt. Okay.
I'm down. Looks good. I don't know if they're dubbing it or not, but I'll watch it with the subtitles. I don't mind reading while I'm watching stuff. Thanks Netflix for making a live action Yu Yu Hakusho. People are a little down on how pretty Kurobara is.
Wasn't he supposed to be pretty though, like in the
That's what I always thought.
cartoon?
I'm a little upset that they didn't do the pompadour, but I can understand why you wouldn't do the pompadour.
Is Kuwabara supposed to be a white? Is he a white in it? I didn't see him. I didn't see the
So-
trailer.
That's racist.
Well, so that's the thing.
Oh.
Like the anime, it's in Japan. They're all Japanese. Just they all have different like stylized looks to them.
Yeah.
So you can, not everybody looks the same.
Yeah.
I think that's what people get confused with. I think it looks good.
Because my only thing with that, wasn't he like a 6-foot ginger white guy?
I mean, he looks white. I mean,
He does and he doesn't. You know?
It looks white too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Urbar's tall, and he's got ginger hair, but there's also Japanese people with red hair. It's a thing.
It's true. Genghis Khan.
When they dye it.
Sure. But you know, I think it looks good.
Yeah, I'm in.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, live action series for Netflix. That looks good. They did all the right moves there.
Here's my only problem with it going forward, because it does look good. Are they just gonna frame for frame recreate the same thing?
I don't know if it's frame for frame, but they're gonna hit those beats, which I appreciate because that movie was fucking horrendous.
Yeah. Like seeing Bossing Say was pretty dope.
Yo. But I'm
I'm in.
gonna imagine that it's gonna be pretty spot on. It might
Yeah.
take some liberties, but I know that there's not gonna be the Aang romance with Katara. They're gonna be more, you know,
Friendly.
siblingish.
Yeah, which is fine. I say this all the time. I don't need it.
Yeah, we know. It's fine for me too, because like they're actually portrayed by like 14 and 16-year-old children.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Better than fine. It's correct.
Do we want to end on the high note, or do we want to have like a really bad taste in our mouth moving forward after trailers?
High note?
Yes.
All right. So next up then is Rebel Moon.
I didn't watch. I watched 10 seconds of it.
Child of Fire or something. You didn't
Bird
watch
Victim?
the trailer?
I did. I watched the first trailer. I don't need to see another one. I know I'm not going to watch it. I don't have Netflix. I'm not interested in Zack Snyder. So I will allow whoever took the time to pontificate because I don't need it in my life.
I watched it, and it's pretty much the majority of it was the teaser we had already gotten.
So I did watch it. All right.
Chunk of it. I'll give him this. He definitely looks like he's trying something.
Star Wars.
He's never had a problem with trying something.
No, it's not just Star Wars though. It's
Dune?
like it's Dune, it's Star Wars,
Dune.
and he's telling the story of the Seven Samurai. It's literally our planet's gonna get fucked. I'm gonna go get these warriors that I know of, and we're gonna come back and defend this planet. So I know these
So he's
samurai,
having derivative fun.
we're coming back and we're gonna protect this village. You know, there's people in it. There's explosions. This looks like one of the scenes in Sucker Punch, but on like roids.
How many slow motion scenes were in this trailer?
I don't remember.
Too many.
Being it as a trailer, I'm guessing a huge chunk because that's where you show your glory shots.
He's really good at making trailers.
There's not really.
Sorta. I mean, when we put it in terms of like how good his movies are versus the trailers.
Yeah, but the directors never cut trailers.
Their
I'm sure
companies
he's got,
specific.
he's got some say.
Yeah, 'cause there was a trailer that came out for a movie in 2016 that I hope that director didn't cut that trailer because that person was fired the next day.
Heyo.
Hi guys.
Hi.
There it is.
Whoa. Why do you sound like the late night shift waitress at a diner?
Oh, how you guys doing? I'm sure you all missed me, you know, being that I was gone for all of like 12 minutes.
We did.
Don't worry.
Justin's
It's
been pretty
sweating.
unbearable.
Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up, Vin. We were just talking about Rebel Moon.
I'm sure Justin gets that a lot though, because I certainly hear it a lot.
What?
That you're unbearable.
Yeah, I guess.
He thinks he's in control, and he's not. He's giving me reasons to have to act.
Act up like a child. Yeah, we know. All right, John's brother. Can I please get through the last trailer?
I think
So
yes.
much, so
Uh,
much button pushing going on.
The final trailer we have is Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire.
Yeah.
Why?
Good
Why?
time.
I don't like the fucking title.
I
love
understand.
it.
Everything in this trailer.
Oh yeah.
Empire State,
Very
Frozen.
cool.
All right, could have been a
Yeah,
better one.
It-
Yeah.
yeah. This
Hell froze over. That's the.
It
we were all
looks
hoping
like
for.
a first draft title.
Like a shooting shooting
Yeah.
title.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Blue Harvest.
It really
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
But my God,
If
just
that's the biggest complaint we have about this movie, I think we're in
yeah.
good shape.
Dude, the little piano when the ice is coming towards the firehouse, and you're like, yes, yes.
please-
The fact that they've described this, what was it? Kumail Nanjiani said that this was very much a long form episode of the real
Mhm.
Ghostbusters.
Yes.
That makes mouths happy.
Just,
All
yeah,
about it.
just
Just no more trailers.
no. I
Hear them.
I don't want to see any more things until the movie.
We could stop right here.
Yeah,
Good.
we
There's a lot of speculation that the one guy with them that we have no clue who he is going to be Oscar.
he's too young. Oscar
Is he? He just
Oscar
needs
would
to be in
be
his
in
30s.
his he'd be well mid
He's
30s.
30 right now.
That kid, he looked like he
He'd
was
be
in his
early
20s.
He could be late 20s, early 30s. I hope they bring that back around. I hope
I do
she's
too.
in it more than
Yes.
just some dopey little post-credit scene, and I hope he becomes part of it.
I
Yeah, I'm all.
Legacy character.
I have a feeling we're going to see Slimer, because if the containment unit is blowing, we're going to see Slimer. He's got to escape.
Does the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man make a return?
He was never captured.
I
he
hope
just,
not.
He
Well,
just
he was an avatar for Gozer, and they
Yeah.
destroyed him.
Mhm.
The fact that we got the little ones
mhm.
was reference enough for
Yeah.
me. We don't need a
Yeah.
like. Let's go back to the well in a different way with the
Mhm.
little guys. Cool, but let's not fight the same big monster again. We already got a giant horned creature that looks like he's something out of Diablo to face. I think he's gonna be the big problem.
the
The Night King?
So good.
Yeah, he's got a Baldur's Gate feel to him.
the shot of Winston with the proton pack, just that did it for me. It's just like, yes.
Somebody put a side by side up that I saw today. The jacket that Ray is wearing
Mhm.
is the exact same one he was wearing in the first movie.
It also,
The blue one with like brown collar.
there
They're pulling deep edge.
the scene where the lion from the library becomes alive and
Hmm.
faces a camera, that's Ray.
I didn't notice that.
That he's wearing that jacket.
All right, so are we gonna take bets? One of them is gonna die. One of the original
I
members.
hope not. I hope not.
I think Aykroyd and Murray both die. They do like a Thelma and Louise.
Ghostbusters has been Aykroyd's baby.
Yeah, he won't.
He's not.
It'll be.
They've been saying Venkman for a while.
Yeah, it'll be Murray if anybody, unless he changed his mind. He's
Mhm.
like, I'm down to just come in and out.
If he's having fun, he'll stick around forever.
Will we
he
get-
could still die and just be a ghost in the next one.
Will we get Rick Moranis?
I hope.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
If for only a minute or two. We know we're getting more Annie Potts.
Mhm.
I looked at IMDb, and she's gonna be in there a fair amount.
We're getting Walter Peck.
Yeah,
That is confirmed.
Dickless is coming back.
Yep.
Yeah, too.
That's why you just need to see him and Bill Murray on screen together. Just totally just yeah.
Finish off that rivalry.
Mhm.
I'm hyped.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy.
Oh yeah.
I'm shocked they got it done in time.
This excites me. Good, nice,
Mhm.
nice song choice too,
Oh yeah.
and what they did with it.
It's weird. I had some Karate Kid vibes, but it was very 80s adjacent, so it was kind of fitting.
Yeah, it was nice. And that just would be the trailers. It's reviews times.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I got 2 reviews. I don't know about anybody else.
I got 2 reviews.
I have two
I
as
technically
well.
have one review.
All right,
I have kind of a review too.
all right, Joe. Let's go.
Okay,
with
so-
mine.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead,
Beth and I started the Santa Clauses, the season 2.
Okay.
We just watched the first episode. We haven't started the second one. I'm intrigued with the Mad Santa. I liked the first one. I enjoyed it. I just, I like the hokiness. I just, for what it is, it's, the Santa Claus's TV show. It's fun seeing Tim Allen again as Santa Claus. I just really can't stand the kid.
The first like 3 or 4 episodes of the first season were fucking rough to watch.
The son is kind of annoying. The daughter, I like.
Highlight.
Hmm?
The highlight of that show is his like new second in command, the blonde.
Yes, she's great.
Yeah. That's
Actually,
about it.
I have 2 reviews. I forgot, but one, I think the second one we could do as a whole. Loki.
Yeah, I finished it.
The God of Stories. That ending.
As that last episode was wrapping up, it seemed more and more obvious that the solution they had, where it actually worked, went way too easily, and I knew from the first time that they had Mobius walk down that gangplank that it had to be Loki to do it. It just made more sense.
Yeah,
and it's that great little irony that they pulled through, where originally he wanted his throne. He was all about the throne, and then he gets past that. But it turns out his destiny is to take a throne, but for a righteous cause.
Yep,
so
he got his glorious purpose. It was the best Doctor Who I've seen in years.
it was so Whovian.
it was very, very Who.
Extra strength Whovian.
And I vote for him to play the Doctor at some point.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
He can nail it. He's already won the season.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I liked the last 2 episodes better than the ones leading up to it, for sure.
Casey was Frank Morris the whole time.
Cool backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it was just me, but like after watching the finale, I was like, oh, okay, that's how that's gonna end for him. And then I go online and all these people are like, what's next for him? And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure that's fucking it.
That's
man.
it. He said on Jimmy Kimmel that's 14 years of the character, a full arc.
Well, given where the entire cinematic universe is going, there's room for him to show up again. But I think the meat of
that
what he's done is
that
over.
doesn't make sense though.
If we're gonna see a Loki, it's gonna be Sylvie.
It's
No.
He's literally holding the fucking multiverse together.
Yeah, and if they're doing Secret Wars and they're gonna do it like the comics, where the multiverse falls apart, they're gonna have to reference him in some way. We're gonna have to see him, and he'll probably have to fail at the task he's been given in order for the new multiverse to be born.
I like that this gave them an out with Jonathan Majors and Kang.
Perfect if they want to replace him.
That they've
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they intentionally did that, but it's easy for them to fucking walk away from it.
Well, even though Victor Timely isn't the end-all be-all of Kang's, there's still a lot more of him out there. There's a lot of easy ways to write him out. But yeah, it's a good visual way for them to be like, this guy's gone.
They set it up with Victor Timely spaghettis, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know that he who remains dies.
He didn't though, because
nobody does.
Loki stopped Sylvie from killing him.
Yeah, but that last time, he doesn't go back. He takes control of the situation. That's why he sits on the throne. He's already dead.
But where's his body? Did he die or did he piss off?
Doesn't matter. It's easy for them to be like, oh yeah, he definitely died. Things played out. So things played out like they were supposed to, and then Loki went and sat on the throne, controlling the fucking time stream. Okay, it's super easy to be like that.
I don't think they're gonna write Kang out. I think they're going to use this as an opportunity to be like, this changes something about Kang. and it specifically changes the way he looks.
You could do the recast. That's fine. But
Yeah.
there's a lot online gathering that they're moving away completely.
Yeah, they're moving to Doom.
Yeah, they could build off of that from this quite easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another Easter egg in that 5th episode about Ouroboros. He's the adult version of Data from the Goonies. He's in the yellow slicker.
They have fun.
Yeah,
dropping that
yeah,
stuff.
they did.
I
I
have a
mean,
question.
what?
Meh.
So they're not gonna just get a new Kang because with all the variants, you could just get someone else to play him.
We've said
Whatchamacallit? So like the fact that they are thinking about shifting to Doom, do you think it leaves the door open for Majors to get cleared and come back at a later date? Because nothing's even like in production really yet.
I don't know.
it depends on what kind of stink is on him
Yeah.
post
Yeah.
the whole situation. Like,
Yeah.
He's gonna have to be found not
Oh,
guilty
yeah.
and then take a breather,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
a long
It-
breather.
it is some high level shit, right? So it's way easier to just recast him, and they can.
Yeah.
I think. At first, I was up against the idea of Doom being the new problem and causing Secret Wars, but if they're gonna go with the Secret Wars, the most recent version of it, it could make sense. And instead of, who the fuck did he have locked up?
Molecule Man.
Right. So instead of Molecule Man, this Doom's gonna snag Loki. That's how that's gonna.
That would make sense. That'd be
Right.
a great way to drop him in there.
Then you have Loki's locked up. That's why the multiverse gets all fucking wibbly wobbly again. And Doom's doing the thing he did in the comic by taking hostage.
Or incursions are happening, and Doom thinks the only way I could fix this is taking Loki at the center of all things and controlling him. Be like, see, he's not good enough. This god's not good enough. I can control this because
Yeah.
I'm Doom, and there's only one Doom. Even
But
though
I
there's-
think they like set themselves up perfectly for all this.
yeah,
Is so I can't remember if this is the same story you're talking about. The Secret Wars you're talking about, is that the one where it's basically like Doom, Molecule Man, and Doctor Strange are like the three running everything?
yeah, the only ones in that war world who remember
Yes.
what the world used to be until the two arcs where the good and the bad arc popped up.
Well, basically until the two Reeds meet each other, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's right. There was a read on either one of those arcs.
Yeah. Because you had
Yeah.
Ultimate Read
Right.
was with Doom, and then 616
Yeah.
was
Well,
But
he's with
Ultimate Reed was
Thanos,
like a helmeted.
and
You didn't know who he was.
yeah,
right?
he was the maker at that point. Like
Yes, that's his
we
name.
knew who he was, but I don't believe anyone else really knew who he was. He kept his powers all secret and shit.
Um,
Yeah.
that would be cool. Unfortunately, I think one of the coolest arcs of that story is probably going to get lost now in the Black Panther.
Yeah.
'Cause that
well,
was pretty cool.
maybe not, because if we're doing variants and multiverses,
I
now's
guess.
now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
Plus, you already have in the What If series, you're gonna get someone else is under that hood anyway. Someone that still exists. A variant. I mean, that actor could still come and play.
In the trailer we can't talk about yet.
Yes.
You know who's doing that, right?
Yeah.
It's the guy who played him in the beginning of Black Panther,
Yeah.
set in like the 70s.
Yeah, it's T'Chaka.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's T'Chaka.
It's the same outfit he was wearing in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a young Hank. It took me a minute to put that together, but yeah, that's the time frame when that's happening.
I thought the same thing.
Do the same thing. Whatever. There's
They
ways.
could.
There's ways to,
Yeah.
to still have that character exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I think it sets up everything moving forward. They didn't paint themselves into a corner. Like this finale helped them get out of situations that they were finding themselves in.
Well, the multiverse has so many doors.
The problem was Kang and the Jonathan Majors shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, depending on how this season ended, Kang was still very much a prominent figure, and then they were kind of like, "Oh fuck, what do we do?" But this ends perfectly. That this could be like, "Oh, that was the end of that chapter." With Kang,
We don't need to worry about Kang for right now. We can just move on to other things.
Mm-hmm. Because Secret Wars isn't.
They don't like recast.
Yeah.
They really don't want to recast anymore. After, I think the last one that was tricky to pull off was War Machine, and after that they're like, let's not fuck with people's minds now.
Yeah.
And with the writer's strike
Kyle,
ending.
Yeah. Kyle had a review.
Yeah, I mean it's an old one, but I haven't watched anything really, so I might as well just talk about this because Jill and I started watching a show together for the first time in a long time, and we decided on The Bear, which is, I don't know if anybody else has watched that show. I don't remember ever talking about it on here
You're the only one
before.
out of them.
But 3 episodes into the first season, really good show in terms of what I feel like is a real kitchen dynamic.
yeah,
And having only been like a server or cashier person and never actually working in the kitchen, but working adjacent to the kitchen, it seems like it's pretty on point.
they do a good job.
Yeah, and I mean the cast is just fantastic. Like I don't even know the name of the actress that's the sous chef in that show, but instantly was my favorite character. And I don't know if that's going to change because it's only been 3 episodes, but I mean, she's fucking great. Like almost everything she says makes me smile.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Okay. Vinny had a review.
I have 2. I didn't review Violent Night last time I spoke to you guys.
Oh, now you gotta pick a fight.
Yeah. I didn't. It was the most pointless movie to ever be made. I don't understand it.
You said
Huh?
you loved it.
No, I was kidding.
No, I think you're kidding now.
No. I wish I loved it.
It's everything you love.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's
When they show
Santa
him,
John Wick.
Yeah.
it's not Santa John Wick. It's alcoholic Santa who is somehow a Viking and got Santa powers, and
Which
just
they
kind
no,
of
not somehow. They lay it all out.
they didn't.
Yep.
They did.
Yep, they do.
He's like,
He did so
"Oh, I
much
was-
damage.
Yeah, but then like what? When did he get Santa powers? I must have missed it because
You
by
literally
falling
missed
asleep.
it. You literally missed it. I don't know how you were falling asleep. I can't trust the word you fucking say anymore. I'm done with
It just shows him like he's like, "Oh, I had my hammer and then I killed a lot of people, and then I just became Santa Claus." Like they said, how he became Santa Claus.
He
did so much
origin story.
destruction. Yeah, he did so much death and destruction that it was kind of his penance to bring happiness into the world.
From what?
From what?
Spirit of Christmas and shit. That's
Yeah.
the kind of the point of the movie, though. Like, there's stuff they don't explain, like how in the end he comes back and he's like, "Hell, even I don't know the rules to this."
Right. He's just like Christmas magic.
The Santa Claus
But he
falls off the roof. Tim Allen gets the powers. I get it. This, they show him half naked muscles with a hammer, and he's like, "Oh, I got so much destruction. I'm Santa Claus now."
Do you need everything explained out? You can't just
I
take
need-
stuff on.
get you.
I
That's
need
me
an-
saying you gotta take stuff on faith. Every once in a while.
another step forward, please.
From an outsider's perspective, having not seen the movie, listening to this conversation, he said it was not explained, and you guys said it was all laid out there for you. And then when he described what was laid out there, you guys did not argue about the lack of explanation. So
No.
you guys definitely, listening to this conversation from the beginning and having not seen the movie, you guys definitely made it sound like it was a more cut and dry scenario. And you guys definitely made it sound like it was a more cut and dry scenario than it actually was.
Spirit of Christmas and shit. That's the kind of the point of the movie, though. Like, there's stuff they don't explain, like how in the end he comes back and he's like, "Hell, even I don't know the rules to this."
Yeah. than has been
They
presented in this conversation.
They explain it in that you're not going to get every answer. Like
Right.
sometimes with this magic, shit just happens. Like
He was
he
a
says,
very
like, I don't know why it happened, but I was given this power to do something good with.
because I was not that he was
Yeah.
a terrible person, but like he killed a lot.
He was a conqueror. He was a Viking.
Yeah.
He was the worst.
They
He was
could-
a fucking monster.
They could have showed him smashing a Santa Claus
Why?
and like him being like, "Oh,
He was-
jolly ho ho, you are imbued with my powers now because you're such a piece of shit. You must
That would be Corey
absorb
Dog
yourself."
on.
that would have been.
And there was no Santa Claus yet. Like
Yeah,
he was.
So then-
yeah, because
He
he
is
is
Santa
Santa Claus.
he was the invention of Santa Claus.
They fucking tell you the story.
They told you that he invented Santa Claus.
No, but
Because he killed
was
so many
given-
people.
He's the first Santa Claus. He is Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And it's just because he killed so many people. And
Go and rewatch the movie.
this is what it feels like. Did you ever see Wanderlust? When he's like, I was just driving your car, cut to, I'm in the river.
At what point did you like fall asleep or walk out of the room?
It must have been when you see him with his hammer, like, "Oh, I killed so many people," and then he goes back. He's like, "I'm Santa Claus now."
Because like there's a handful of flashbacks to like him having moments like, wow, I was a piece of shit. Wow, I was a piece of shit. And you see more of those I was a piece of shit
and
moments.
the whole thing,
and then
like,
he gets into it.
and even in the beginning when you first see him, it's explained that he's jaded because the world is shitty.
Yeah. No, I understand that he's jaded, and I understand that. And it's like, so it's been thousands of years. He's a magical man who's
Yes.
an alcoholic
Fucking Santa Claus, yeah.
who murdered his way into becoming Santa Claus, who also is a sissy nana, unless he has a hammer.
I mean, he did.
How's he a sissy? He
Did a
takes
lot of
them
fucking
apart
damage.
with his bare hands.
Yeah, and he wasn't doing anything until he found his hammer. Then all of a sudden he's like,
That's not
"Ooh."
He didn't even
literally
find his
did
hammer.
not watch the first 45 fucking minutes
You
of this
didn't.
movie.
You didn't. How many times did you pick up your phone? How many?
0. I do
How
this. I put a movie on. I do this. It goes
Chat
like that,
GPT,
face down.
how much? How much?
Huh?
Yeah, did ChatGPT like break it down for you and give you a synopsis? Is that what happened?
No,
You
no.
absolutely-
I watched with my own eyeballs,
you did.
and me and my dad were sitting there. We're like, we both looked at each other at the same time. Spirit of Christmas was right there in that room at that moment. We both go, "Fucking sucks." Same time.
I can't.
It was crazy. That movie really brought us together. So I guess in that regard, it was good. Moving on.
It
I
really
also
is
saw.
making him- unless Van Damme was Santa Claus, he would not be happy.
Oh, dude, that'd be a great movie. Don't tease me.
Van Damme Claus.
Fool's Paradise. Charlie Kelly's
I do wanna
directorial
watch that.
debut. You did?
Yeah, it's on Hulu now. I do. No, I have
Yeah.
that saved on Hulu. I'm gonna check that out.
It is kind of an ode to Charlie Chaplin and the film industry, without giving too much away. It was fine. I wasn't blown away. It was okay.
Probably
You'll know.
not.
You'll
Yeah.
know what I mean if you see it. It's fine.
What are you doing,
Sharing.
Joe?
Yeah.
We're live on the air.
Oh, I know.
Put
What are
it
you
away.
sharing? You taking wiener pics?
Now,
You don't do that, Joe. You're spoken for.
he's trying to plug the show while we're doing the show. Stop.
Exactly.
They're so Joe's are so lame that they're not even dick pics. They're just wiener pics.
Yeah, they're so. They're
No, I
classic
told you
pics.
they're underwear pics.
Stuffed or unstuffed. You stuffed. Don't lie. Anyways, Fool's Paradise was not bad.
So it's
I
probably
suggest watching it.
probably a
Translation is great.
horrific movie.
No,
It
it's
was either
okay.
incredible or
No, Mike. I'm telling you, you're gonna say the same thing. It was okay. It was fine. The best part of the movie, I will say this: Adrian Brody. He's got a scene. He goes, "Oh man, this one director. He's like, if a movie's good enough, you don't even need to listen. You don't even need to hear it. You could just use your eyes, and they'll tell you exactly what's happening." He's like, sometimes I'll just go in with earplugs to a movie. And if I ever want to get really creative, I'll close my eyes too, just to really immerse myself in the atmosphere of the movie. Adrian Brody he's got one of those characters where he kind of like steals it. It's good. He was the best part.
Glowing.
Sometimes I wish I could come into this show with earplugs.
I know. Sorry.
I watched Insidious 4, The Red Door.
No.
Yeah.
Did you do one of these? How many times did you do this?
It was good. I actually jumped like 4 fucking times.
I'll fucking swing on a fool, dude.
It was good. It was a good continuation. It was a nice, like 94 minutes.
What's it on? Is it on
Fine.
It's
Max? On the Flicks? Okay.
I really like what they did with continuing the story with the son being of college age. Do you who watched all 3 of them?
Nope.
Not all.
I saw the first one. I think part of the second one. I think I saw the first 2. Was in the second one like the dudes, the lady, the spirit lady?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
Right.
taken over by a lady that's not a lady.
yeah,
it turns
not
out.
a
The
lady.
dude looks like a
Oh.
lady. Damn it. Damn it.
It's like Mrs. Doubtfire times 3.
Kind of.
I've had
I think
the
I've
whole
only seen the
backstory.
first one.
I've had the whole backstory for that revealed to me through like the last month or so watching online videos. He's a dude who does breakdowns of them, so I know pretty much everything about the Insidious series now.
All right, I
I
mean,
just only
it's
saw the first.
long enough. Spoilers. So Dalton, the kid, and his father, they went under hypnosis to forget the events of what had happened for that year.
I'll do that.
And then you find out that the dad's been like in a fog since then. The mom and dad get divorced. The kids are all with her. They all have like a fucked up relationship, and like the youngest son and the mom, they remember. So like it's hard for them to keep that secret for as long as they did. Shit starts going down. The creepiness happens, and it's really cool how they tell 2 simultaneous stories that involve both sets of characters that are on the separate ends of the story being told, and how it all comes together nicely like a good sandwich.
Yeah, 'cause there's apparently something about the further where time doesn't exist there, so you can interact with yourself from the
Yeah.
past, and it's all one of those like closed time loop things. Whatever you
Yeah.
did in the past affects the future, but it was always destined to do that. Was Rose Byrne in it, or could they not afford her?
Oh yeah, no, she was in it.
Oh, sweet, good. When you said they were divorced, I figured that was a classic tool to just.
No, she was in it, but it's like she had to put on that whole like, it's killing her inside to like not be able to explain what really caused it all to go.
I gotta say that's a stupid story tool though, because that's what his mom did to him in the first, like, in the history of the first
all of
movie.
that. It all comes full circle.
Okay, I'll have to watch it eventually.
It's real solid though.
Is it Patrick Wilson? Is that who it was?
James
Oh,
Wan's
so,
best friend.
so he's still in it too then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he wasn't in the third one. The third one was about a completely different person. They bring it back around though.
Yeah.
Was that all your reviews?
That's all my reviews. Loki that I finished in.
Okay. So I went to the theater Thursday to see the Marvels, and first off, the Mike Higgins patented movie theater review. I got there early, sat down, and because it was a couple days after my birthday, I got my my special stub birthday shit. I got a free
Ooh.
popcorn, free Coke.
Nice.
I haven't had popcorn at a theater in a while, so I sit down, put it on the little divider thingy. I'm like, you know what? That's dumb. Don't put it there. There's no one sitting next to you. Put it in the seat. Get yourself situated. Now pick it up, put it in your lap. It would have been nice, or I'm sorry, not nice. It didn't affect me. It would have been smart of the woman one seat to the left of me, because there was an open one to the left, to have done that with the open seat. She didn't. put it on the divider. 1, 2, 3. Spilled the whole fucking thing in the empty seat.
Mm, $10 down a drain.
No, because she scooped it all out, put it back in the bucket.
Oh.
Her and her man ate it. Good for her.
Oh.
Good for
That's
her.
dead. No, I think she scooped it all up, and he went away with it and got a refill. I think he dumped it out
Okay.
because he came back with the bucket.
I thought you were gonna say she scooped it all up and then licked the floor for good measure.
30 seconds.
Free
Roll.
candy.
Tongue the pleather just to get
Might
all the
as well.
butterflies.
Tongue the Pleather might be the show name.
And the douche to my right, who accidentally stole my 3D glasses and didn't realize it was a 3D movie and didn't get his or his 2 friends. It was like, what are these for? Is this a 3D movie? I was like, yeah, those are mine. Oh, sorry. He wasn't a douche for that. He was a douche for sending texts on his fucking Apple Watch the whole movie, though.
Hate that.
At least it was a watch and not a phone.
Still bad.
Yeah, it wasn't as dark. It wasn't as bright.
Yeah.
He pulled his phone out a couple times, but most of the time it was just watch the fucking movie. How can you be sending texts looking through 3D glasses at your watch?
At least it wasn't voiced
How are you not going
through
blind?
the Apple phone or the Apple Watch.
Oh God, if you have someone.
That would've-
Hey, I'm at the movies. What are you doing in like 2 hours?
Oh, I'm enjoying it. You should go see this one. There's a seat for the guy next to me. You want to come? But as far as the movie itself, I'm sick of the fucking internet and people on it
Dude.
pissing and moaning about movies.
Yeah.
This one was solid. I'm not gonna say it's the best. It was more fun than Love and Thunder. It was better than the Eternals. It was above the mid-grade of Marvel movies now, because as Justin has said, it's fast. It's only 90 minutes. It doesn't stop, and it does different shit. You know how in movie relationships there will be something that they don't talk about, and it'll be the crux of their problem throughout the entire fucking movie. In the third act, they'll finally get it out in an emotional way, and you're like, oh, I saw that shit happening.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime there's a problem, it'll last for a few minutes, and they'll just be like, I don't want to talk, and then they'll actually get into it. Because there's so many fucking problems they run into that they can't let the shit build up. They have those things where like, I don't know if I want to talk about this. All right, let's get into it now. And then the next problem comes up, and then they deal with that. But they also like the whole interconnectivity of their abilities that pops up in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
They actually spend a montage sequence trying to figure out how to fight using these abilities.
Oh, Tosh.
They have a few montages, and they play it smart throughout the movie. I'll give them that. They try to handle these situations intelligently.
So-
And I don't know if it's a commentary how, like, if you just had a world run by women, they'd look at things pragmatically. I don't know if that's the underlying notion of it, but I kind of felt like it was, and it works. There's some sequences that... There's one that I didn't think I'd like. When they get to a water-dominant planet, as it started, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? But as it kept going, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Cool. This is a good way to use one of these scenes. And there's one later that solves half of the big problem at the end in a very interesting way that made me chuckle a lot. But yeah, it was fun. It flowed. The supporting characters, like the cons, could have been a lot more annoying, but they played them as just concerned parents.
Good. I
want
liked
the best
them
for their daughter.
in Ms. Marvel.
Yeah. They carry that on where they're concerned about her. They know what she's doing.
Mhm.
They gotta let her be her own. But her mom is still her mom. Her mom is still just overbearing enough to
Mhm.
put the guilt on. But like, I'm gonna let you do this stuff, but this stuff is killing me.
Do they explain Kamala's bracelets, like where they came from?
They're an important part of it.
Okay.
They are the plot of the movie.
Okay.
They're a big part of the movie.
Okay.
And people are pissing and moaning about the villain, who's another woman, saying that she makes no sense.
What?
They're comparing her to Malekith, and that like she's the worst villain ever, and her motivations suck. No, her motivations are completely valid, and they're based on what Carol was doing for the years right after the first Captain Marvel movie. Carol made a big fucking mistake,
Okay.
Yeah.
a huge fucking mistake, and was dealing with it for years, and that's the reason why she didn't come back.
I had 2 questions about this movie going into, like, who knows when I was going to see it, but the first one was about the movie itself, and the second one is kind of a question I have for all MCU movies. So, first question is, how does the overlapping of powers in this movie versus what their powers actually are in the books, how does that affect the viewing of the movie as a reader of the books? Like, does that impact their ability to tell the story? Like, would a varied power set have made the story more compelling? I guess is the first
No.
question. And the second question is there anything that happens in this movie that has a significant impact on the MCU at large?
I'll answer the second one first. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
If you haven't heard any of the post-credit scenes, don't
Mhm.
go into them dry because they're gonna be sweet. Moments. They're not mind-blowing, but they're sweet.
I was going to ruin it.
I was gonna ruin it too because I saw the after credit scene.
I was gonna ruin it first.
Anybody worried about ruining it? 'Cause,
Spoilers! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
I already ruined it.
So the first credit scene sets up the Young Avengers.
Young Avengers.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, with
and they do it
Kate.
in a pretty great fan service way, where it's Kamala. She goes into Kate Bishop's apartment and sits there like Fury, but in a very Kamala way, kind of fumbles through it, and it works out though. The second one, which is an
Mhm.
actual mid-credit scene, there's no after-credit scene, is this will spoil a significant part of the story.
Yeah.
One of the characters gets shunted into an alternate dimension to save the day, and wakes up in a medical facility, and you hear a voice. Actually, he wakes up, and I have to.
You have to
who
spoil
it
it.
is.
You have to spoil it.
You see Maria, a photon or whatever she's going by, in a bed in a medical facility, and they pan over, and her mother is there.
You mean Monica is in the bed, and then
Yes.
Maria is there.
Monica Rambeau,
Yeah.
the woman she knows as mom, is sitting there, and she looks very young. She
Mm-hmm.
looks the same age as she was in Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And Maria fucking freaks out that mom's back, because that was a part of the whole plot, like dealing with her mom's death and how
Mhm.
Carol handled it and whatnot. And she's like, whoa, 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 I don't know who you are. And then you hear a voice, and you see someone walk in the foreground past, and the voice makes you kind of want tossed salads and scrambled eggs. The
Dude.
fucking Frasier's voice. And everyone in the theater was like, oh, wow, oh, shit, so much that I didn't hear him say the word binary. He does say binary in there. And that's Maria's code name in this alternate universe, where apparently the X-Men are in way more fuller swing than they ever were in the Fox universe, because it is fucking beast.
The character design.
The
Wow.
He is animated series.
Mm-hmm. He had the two
It looks
the
like-
glasses.
Yeah.
He looks fucking incredible.
He is a live-action Jim Lee drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, you'll be so happy with how good it fucking looks.
I gotta watch it now.
It's on
It made my
YouTube.
heart sweat.
Question.
Yeah.
So they've donned Wolverine in the yellow. We've seen that with Deadpool 3. Do you think we see Beast just rocking the tidy blues? just going shirtless, underwear, just like, let's go fight?
They can.
They took yeah.
Yeah.
Th-
I
you
kind
know
of
what?
hope he does a
I hope.
singlet.
Nah. I want banana hammock.
Yeah.
I'll even give me whatchamacallit, give me Watchmen naked Blue Dawn.
Well-
Hang some dong.
Bit much. No furry cock. We don't
No,
need
no.
Blue Dawn, please.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what?
but, like, you don't know
In
that the-
Deadpool, we could see some furry cock.
It's rated R.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I was undeniably happy.
This
With
is
the
the
Marvel.
lead into Deadpool.
Yeah.
'Cause-
It could be. I hope it's the same universe. I really do hope they use that version of Beast
well, 'cause
at least once or twice in Deadpool.
he's the spitting image of the animated series, and then when you looked at that picture of Hugh Jackman, that's the suit.
It should, at the very least, they should pop into that universe for a hot second.
Mm-hmm.
But so that was the good movie I watched recently. I also watched Slaughterhouse.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, you hadn't heard about Slaughterhouse?
No.
It is, as it sounds, it's a slasher movie where a sloth is the killer.
It's fucking
And
awful.
the whole plot of it, this is one of those movies where it could have been, I'm not going to say revolutionary, but it could have been one of the funniest tongue-in-cheek horror movies ever. But they missed the mark in so many ways. There were so many opportunities. It was another one of those where it's like I'm watching it and I'm like, the dialogue in this scene could have been way funnier. It could have been way punchier. Why didn't they take another fucking pass at it? Why didn't they write this character a little more interesting? Why didn't they do this or that? Why didn't they do these actresses, who's primarily a female cast, better service than this? There's a couple scenes that are really funny and really well written. It's like it was written by 4 people and only one of them had talent. Like, okay, here are my notes. The first 30 minutes are the wrong kind of ridiculous. The motivations of the sloth make no sense. Like, you don't know why it's killing anyone at any given time. Like, characters that it should be killing, it doesn't. And then others, like, for no real fucking reason. Like, it's taken out of the wild by someone, and then someone else tries to sell it to this girl who's in a sorority and wants to be the president of the sorority and figures if I get this sloth, everyone will pay attention to me, and it actually fucking works. And it kills the animal handler, who they don't show it being mean to it at all. They show it actually being very nice to it. And then when he has flashbacks, yes, they show flashbacks from the sloth's perspective. The guy's being kind of mean to it, like throwing stuff at it. And it never does any of the cliche stuff you need to do in a horror movie to set up why the characters are doing shit, but then does the other cliche shit just to be like, oh, here's a sloth doing this. Here's a sloth killing a bunch of women in a shower using scalding water and electricity. The sloth knows how to write and type and use a phone. And the sloth can drive a stick shift Mustang.
But he's got the...
Well, it's 2 feet tall. The thing is maybe 3 feet. It can't work. It's one of those, this is so fucking silly that this doesn't make any sense. You should laugh at it. But they don't do the requisite shit to make the silliness pop. It's just stupidity where fun, silly shit should be.
Does the sloth have 3? That's 3? Okay.
3.
Okay, so...
Like, if you took this premise and did it a certain way... No, like, it has the capability to do it, but it's like Mini-Me trying to drive this thing. It doesn't... It's like, oh, it doesn't make sense for it to be doing it, but you can only suspend disbelief so much in these stories. If they did the cliche shit that you need to do in a horror story to set shit up, and then twisted the other moments, this thing would have been fucking legendary. Because there are points where I'm like, toward the end, oh, it's on a fucking killing spree now. But like when you get there through janky ways, and it's just so underwhelming. And someone does say the word slaughterhouse out loud and gets justifiably booed by the rest of the group. And there's fucking annoying characters. There's a J Muse type chick who's got a voice like this, and everything she says is like, whoa, and you're like, oh, please be the first one to die. And here's another spoiler, she fucking makes it. The mean girl makes it. The meanest of the mean girls, the president for 3 years, makes it for no fucking reason. She abandons everyone. She makes it. Like, there's no moral to it. It's not that creative. It doesn't take advantage of the cool shit that it could have. It's like, why, man? And the puppet's not that good looking. They have a budget to rent a giant fucking mansion for the sorority to live in. The foyer of this place is bigger than the home I'm living in. But they couldn't have made a good sloth puppet. I just don't get where their fucking motivations were in this movie.
I mean, they could have got the building because they knew someone.
It could have, maybe. But, like, if they know a person with a multi-million-dollar mansion, they should have known someone who can make a better sloth puppet.
So, 5 stars. That's what I'm hearing.
5. Way up there.
5 sloths?
Recommend it. Yeah, 5 claws all the way up.
I did just take a time out to try and go watch those credit sequences. Could not find the Young Avengers one. Did find the Monica Rambeau one. And yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Dude, he looks
The
amazing. The
For
teeth.
me.
The teeth.
Yeah, teeth. Such fan service, the right kind of fan service.
Mhm.
See, that's my reviews. All right, let me blast through the news that I've got. The big one happened right after our last recording.
No, they couldn't do it that day.
The strike is over. Ding dong, the strike is done. And start making fucking movies again, finally. We have writers and actors. Next thing you know, the fucking directors are going to strike. But hey, we can get a little...
They got a contract. No, the director's got a contract.
Oh, yeah, right. They got a...
They got the
sort of
first one.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least we don't have that to worry about anymore. Destin Daniel Cretton, who directed Shang-Chi, will not be doing Kang Dynasty, which is another reason I think they're cleaning house on that story.
Mm-hmm.
The reason given makes a lot of sense. He's focusing on the Wonder Man show, which is going to take a lot of effort, and Shang-Chi 2, which, yeah, I'd prefer you focus on that. You had a great experience with the first one. Let's make a kick-ass sequel and work on Wonder Man. Perfectly fine. It's not like they parted ways for creative reasons. It's like, yo, man, my fucking plate is full with this other stuff. I can't also do an Avengers movie. No clue who's going to fill that slot, though. Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie is not happening. In line with that last bit of news, good. Homeboy's got to fucking focus.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a rocky couple years. We can't have another secret invasion situation.
Mm-mm.
That bet was well and truly shit. Even I'm a Marvel stalwart, and I will say that was hot fucking garbage.
That last episode was awful.
I like that show.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude.
I don't get it. That was the worst kind of spy story I've ever seen.
I don't know.
Star Trek level.
I'm not saying it was.
No. Star Trek is leagues above that.
Excuse me, Joe. Justin was submitting his opinion. Justin, don't let him do that to you. You have my permission. Go ahead.
He doesn't talk much though, so I was just letting him go. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it.
It was all wrong for me. It did nothing right.
The next time we see what's her name's character, she better be like dead.
Oh,
Yeah, not by Sarah Connor. Yeah.
Yeah. Little Miss Overpowered?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a bit much. I had...
That's fucking Amelia Clark. You put some respect on the Queen of Dragons' name. Okay?
I didn't watch that shit.
Yeah, I never either.
The Breaker of Chains.
Daenerys Storm.
The Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla?
Underheart.
I could have swore I saved all the date changes for Marvel stuff,
Ooh.
but
I have
maybe
them.
I didn't. Okay, when you get to your stuff, good. Okay, so the last thing I have to say, which is a real fucking head scratcher, we learned a while ago that the Mortal Kombat 1 DLC is going to involve a lot of superpowered characters that really, I agree, don't make sense, that don't fit well. Omni-Man's dropped, and he was voiced by J.K. Simmons, which makes all the sense in the world if you're going to do it. Homelander's coming fairly soon, and he will not be voiced by Anthony Starr. Because why the fuck would you make any kind of sense with this?
Was it a scheduling thing?
I doubt it. I mean, it really is just going into a recording booth for a day or two and doing a bunch of sides. I think they just didn't want to pay him, and I don't understand why. I have to think Oscar winner J.K. Simmons is more expensive than just really good actor Anthony Starr. That's all news I got.
All right. Rejoice those who weren't fans of Love and Thunder because Taika Waititi is not going to be directing the next Thor movie.
Nope.
Oh no.
It's better for everyone involved. He's got too much shit going on anyway.
He apparently has like a fuck ton of things to do.
Mm-hmm. Give it back to Branna.
Let's hope one of them. Let's hope one of them is not the Akira movie.
Oh God.
Let's hope it's a
Yeah.
good movie, yeah?
You know,
Now You See Me 3 was announced this week.
I never saw all of the second one.
Good fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it holds up. I really enjoyed both of those. It popped up on Tubi. Both of them are on Tubi now, and I was like, why am I not watching this right now?
Yeah, we showed James.
Yeah, first one was really good.
Do you think they're going to add John Cena to the third movie?
because you
Let's
won't
see what
see
you
him.
did. See what you did there.
I hope Isla Fisher comes back.
Yeah, me too. Although I doubt it.
I really doubt it. She was scared for her life on the last one. So
I believe before the end of the year, they're going to be dropping a special episode of Bluey that is going to be 28 minutes long.
Whoa.
usually 15, right?
Give or take.
What they say it's about?
They didn't.
Bluey.
Ooh.
I don't know if I can handle a 28-minute episode that involves Unicourse or Chattermax.
Watch it, okay.
I don't think I can handle that much time with either of those characters.
I'm about the fucking Unicourse 28-minute episode.
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Absolutely not.
He's a lot. He is a lot.
Yeah.
I fucking love him.
I love the way they ended the second one, where everyone takes a time at Unicourse.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about Blue the other day, as a 44-year-old man with no children is supposed to. And I was wondering when Chris Hemsworth is going to show up on it. And I really hope, now that you mentioned that, it's in this 28-minute long one. If you're going to do a special, bring in some very special Australians. Him, Jackman, and it's got to end with Paul Hogan.
Hmm.
Bring them all in.
Iron Claw actors Zac Efron, Jeremy Allen White, and Harris Dickinson say they are open to wrestling if asked.
Did you see the other thing? The other Zac Efron thing at the premiere for Iron Claw. I think it was the premiere for Iron Claw.
Which other Zac Efron thing? The time he spent face to face with Von Erich, or the Matthew Perry thing?
The Matthew Perry thing.
Oh, wants to play a version of him.
Well, yeah, that Matthew Perry, I guess, had previously said that if a biopic was ever made of him, he'd want Zac Efron to play him in it.
Yeah.
And Zac Efron said yes.
Not the
He'll
one
do it.
thing I would expect, but Efron is talented. He's one of those guys who could probably play the shark in Jaws. So
Well, I mean, he did play a younger version of him in the movie 17 again.
I totally forgot about that film. All right.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Venom 3 is a new release date, November 8th, 2024.
Yeah, birthday present for me.
Do you think it's going to be good?
No, but I'm going to see it anyway because I saw the first two in the theater and I'm a completionist.
Do you think it has potential to be the best Venom movie ever made?
That's very well worded there, Vin. If I'm going to be honest, yes, it has potential to be the best Venom movie ever. I just took a shit earlier and it had the potential to be the best shit I ever took because I took some fiber yesterday. But
Well,
not everything works out.
you got to figure one step back, two steps forward. Right?
Opposites attract.
Well, the first one was a movie. The second one sucked. And then the third one should be better than both.
You're
ahead, Shrek.
I've
Go ahead,
never
Shrek. What do you
seen.
have?
If the first one was meh, and the second one sucked, I've never seen a movie series where the third one is better. In that succession.
Because they never make three.
Isn't that
If they're that bad.
What?
isn't that how Shrek movies play out?
The third
no,
one's
no.
better?
There-
No.
No, there's an up and down. There's like a
Mhm.
waveform
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah. You-
It's like if we're talking about the first motion picture, absolute dog shit.
Mhm.
Then Wrath of Khan, oh my god,
Mhm.
this is the best ever. And then Spock, you try to find Spock again. I still enjoy it, but like the fans is like, there, this sucks. Then they go to fucking Wales and it's like, oh, there's
Mhm.
Wales here. Ooh. Then the fifth one is quite possibly the definition of dog shit. Why the fuck does God need a spaceship? Is the best question ever. Sixth one, you know what? Yeah, let's go to Klingon Ice Planet. This one's pretty fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool.
7.
And then Generations is down here. And it
Yeah.
fucking oscillates. And then they did the new series where it's like, the new one, fucking Chris Pine is great. And young Thor dies in the beginning, awesome. And then Into Darkness. So they continued the up down of it,
Mhm. Mhm.
but in reverse order.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen a
That's-
film series where the third one would be like the best if the first one was like mediocre and the second one sucked.
I mean, Jurassic Park kinda does okay, because Lost World's a fucking terrible.
No, Lost World's terrible, but the first one is phenomenal.
Right.
The third one is not good.
But it corrects course a bit.
The third one's fun. The third one is better in a lot of ways.
But it's not here. I'm talking the third one surpasses the first and second one. If the first one was here and the second one's here.
Diminishing returns is a huge thing in most
Yes.
franchises.
Right.
So,
That's the problem.
but I can see where Vinny's coming from. You'd hope in a series like
Mhm.
this, they'd figure out their mistakes and start to. They've made enough money with these mediocre Venom movies that they could figure out what the problems are story wise and make a good,
So-
fun movie.
They can't though.
The only way I could
Probably
see this one if to hit that upper tier is by putting Spider-Man in it.
If Garfield shows up in this one, it could be absolute dog shit. And I'm
Right.
Like, it was a fun movie. That was pretty good. They
But-
found their sweet spot.
But
Chill.
I
I enjoyed
What
it.
about Morbius? What if Morbius and Michael Keaton appear in Venom 3? Does it increase the probability it's good?
you need Spider-Man.
Oh, what
No,
what
you
are
don't.
the ingredients of a Molotov cocktail?
I don't know.
No, not because I'm making a metaphor that they would be. No, I want to make one and throw it at the fucking screen if they do.
I don't at this point. I honestly don't know what they're gonna do.
Mike,
Well, don't rule it out.
your
That's what I'm
screen.
saying.
Oh, never mind.
They're just throwing shit at the wall and they're just seeing what sticks. And it's not sticking. Like that, the wig Woody wore was like, it was kind of like an FU to the audience.
At least it was better in the actual movie. That fucking post-credit scene was. I'm pretty sure they got it at Party City.
Yeah.
The only thing I could see them doing is null.
Maybe that would be epic, but it would be forced.
But what else?
He'd be so.
They already used
He'd be
Carnage.
so underpowered. How does he go up against something like Null on his own? Like, and every other thing is just another derivation of symbiotes. That like, who gives you? They set it up in the second one that what's his face from Snatch is gonna get abilities. So maybe it's a non-symbiote based enemy. They don't actually have a challenge, but like, at this point, who the fuck cares? If you don't figure out a way to have him fight Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
I'm done.
Have his villain be Banshee from the X-Men.
The kid from First Class.
But they can't do it
I can't.
because Marvel owns that stuff now.
I'm sure they'll play ball a little bit.
That's why I think if they want to put butts in the seats, you need Spider-Man.
That's the only answer I have.
All right.
Yeah, we gave Venom way too much time.
Earlier,
Yeah.
Warner Brothers shelved the Coyote versus Acme movie, starring John Cena. And then James Gunn and every other fucking director in Hollywood was like, "Oh, cool, cancel my meeting with Warner Brothers." And now Warner Brothers is like, "You know what? Our bad. We're gonna shop it around. We're
Why
gonna
do we
see
need
if
a Wile E.
anybody's-
Coyote movie?
You don't.
We don't." But it features the John Cena, and he's an up and coming commodity.
So, is he voicing
Up and
Wile E.
coming.
Coyote?
No, he's gonna play a lawyer.
And
And
Will Forte.
he is a friend of James Gunn.
Oh, is that how that happened? There's a little bit of pressure.
Oh, yeah.
It's just weird. I mean, like, Cena's got enough shit going on. If one goes south, he's really got to worry about it. He's got how many other irons in the fucking fire?
I don't think it's not necessarily a Cena thing. It's you already shelved the Batgirl, which is something people were looking forward to. We're not letting you do this anymore. Like, as directors, as writers, as actors, we're not going to come to your studio with the possibility of you shelving a fucking product that we finish.
I think
But
it
it's
got
not
good
finished.
test scores too.
It was
Was it
getting,
even done?
yeah, it's done.
I heard they were still working. They didn't even start working on it yet. It was
No,
done.
it's completely done. It's been testing positively.
What the fuck is Warner Brothers doing? I had no idea that was the case.
Yeah.
I was laboring under the notion that this thing was still.
In like
Pre-production.
pre-production, yeah.
I know what they're doing. I just figured it out, dude. Whoever's in charge is tanking it so the Meow spies it. So then they can eventually have Batman versus Captain America. That's what it's all about.
It's all leading to the amalgam universe. That's what everyone wants.
Yeah. So whoever's in charge right now is tanking on purpose. They've got in the stock, saying, all right, we got to sell.
Michael, you know damn well as much as I do, if it happens and they announce an amalgam universe movie, you're lining up for a fucking ticket.
I'm gonna go see it, but my morbid curiosity meter. Oh, I'm gonna have that out. It's gonna be finely tuned.
Oh, there it is. Production completed.
Matt Shackman, director of the new Fantastic Four movie, has stated that the movie will have more in common with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia than you may think.
Very
what?
weird.
I guess it's gonna be very closely related to It's Always Sunny.
So they're going to refer to Sue Storm as a bird. And someone's going to be a closeted homosexual. Someone's going to be a
Glenn Howerton is going to be Doom.
serial killer.
Damn it, Joe. Glenn Howerton is going to be Mr. Fantastic.
He's going to be Doom.
He doesn't want to play a psycho anymore. Glenn Howerton wants to showcase his acting abilities.
He could
He
show
went to
acting
Juilliard.
abilities playing Doom.
He went to
He's gonna
Juilliard.
he's gonna be Willie Lumpkin. All right. He's gonna spend the entire movie as their mailman.
Yeah.
Just Charlie Day is Willie.
I think they mean as opposed to the other two versions where it's the team coming together. They're going to be at each other's throats a lot.
Yeah.
Which I hope not. Not too
I-
much.
I don't want it in like a negative type of way, but if they're going to be very like the current run that you and I were reading after the whole Manhattan incident, where they're just like nitpicky with each other and like shitty because they're family, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's what they're going to do, great. I'm all.
If they get a little manic every once in a while because shit gets too much,
Mhm.
everyone would read.
So, what I would like to see happen is, if I had my way, the connections to Always Sunny would work out something like this, right? Mr. Fantastic is just short and snippy and just an asshole to everyone, right? The Human Torch just randomly gets fat in the middle of one of the movies. Sue Storm decides she's gonna eat kitty litter, and then the thing just starts blasting. That's what I would like to see.
Where does Frank come in?
That's I just started blasting.
Then blasted.
just started blasting. Anyway, I started blasting.
And then Charlie's the mailman.
No. Herbie the Robot really loved milk steak.
The live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender series that we had talked about the trailer for earlier arrives on Netflix February 22nd. Deadpool 3 is the only Marvel movie we are getting next year, thanks to all these shakeups. Deadpool has been moved to July 26th of next year.
Fucking strike.
I know, but that gives.
I don't know if I actually believe that.
So Deadpool was 50% complete.
Hold on. What do you mean you don't think you actually believe that? It's from the studio itself.
Yeah, but I think that in the next 2 to 3 months, they'll realize that they were farther along with the project than they originally thought, and we'll be able to get a second movie in like November or December.
No.
I don't think they will. There's been too many problems with them rushing stuff.
Mhm.
There's bad press with that. Superhero fatigue. I think they're perfectly fine laying off for a little while and having that be the only thing.
And you're giving your effects houses more time.
Yeah.
Which is something that,
And there's been so many readjustments, so much shifting going on. They don't want to screw people's perceptions.
You think Deadpool's going to have a lot of effects?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I think that's why it's going to be the one that comes out next year.
Well, you have the movie was 50% complete. You have all the shakeups now with the Marvel universe, so they can even add the revisions for.
Yeah, they're gonna need time to rewrite some stuff.
Yeah, and he
They've
could
taken the
improv.
time. Yeah, they've taken the time during the strike. I guarantee you to tighten up stories and
Mhm.
focus on that way. But like, they're going to need
Well,
the
like-
next year and a half.
Blade was a hot fucking mess, and now it's got time and it's starting to course correct.
Yes.
Like, as we heard, Mahershala Ali was ready to fucking walk.
Yeah, your star and producer. That's like Ryan Reynolds saying he was walk for Deadpool.
And it's weird because we get conflicting reports after the fact, like, no, that wasn't the problem. This wasn't the problem. But that is a problem in and of itself, where you're getting these announcements coming from folks, and then you have to come out and say, no, everything's fine here.
Mhm.
Like I was one of the writers, and I never heard that shit. So yeah,
Captain America:
Is
Brave
not-
New World has moved from that July 26th date of next year to February 15th of 25. Thunderbolts has moved from 12/20/24 to 7/25/25. And Blade has moved from Valentine's Day 25 to November 7th, 25.
So,
let's not forget we were supposed to have another Avengers movie in 25.
Yes.
That's how fucked up everything has gotten.
now we're not going to get Avengers till 26.
Yeah.
If we're
Yeah.
lucky.
Probably late 26 because
Yeah.
there's other
Well,
movies to fit in there before
It
it.
depends. if they
Yes.
actually make Kang Dynasty.
It depends on which
Well, there's
Avengers
gonna
movie.
be an Avengers movie there.
Yeah.
They have a spot for an Avengers movie. What they're gonna call it, who the fuck knows?
And we're supposed to get a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah,
And
that's supposed to be in between.
yes. And the other ones, there was
We do know that's further along than
Mhm.
any of us.
There were a bunch
So
of
Justin-
unknown Marvel movies in that also.
Yeah.
And how many of those movies are going to get cut from the phase also?
I doubt they're gonna get cut. They're just. It's a matter of shifting stuff around now. They have these. They have movies they want to make. It's just which one's gonna come out when.
We do know that all the Hollywood shenanigans didn't affect the Superman release date. It is still scheduled for July 11th, 2025.
I've heard we are going to get a picture of him in the suit dropping soon.
Sexy.
Does he
Xbox.
wear underwears?
We don't know.
Isn't that a big hot button topic?
We don't know.
Oh yeah.
For outerwears.
Xbox is partnering with Wonka to give away the first ever edible chocolate Xbox controller and a special edition Xbox Series X that looks like a bar of chocolate. However, the console itself is not edible.
Eatable. We just watched Willy Wonka, so now I've got that in my head.
So, like, is it just a piece of chocolate shaped like an Xbox controller, or is there actually electronics in this thing that are gonna get fucked up when it melts or you slather all over it?
No.
I don't get this promotion.
It's just a chocolate controller.
Okay.
Do the joysticks move?
Yeah, the
I
stuff
doubt.
moves, yeah. But it's all chocolate. If you've watched any of like the Amory Grosjean chocolate
yeah.
videos, and you know he can make stuff move,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you're getting. And you're getting like a controller that you can press the buttons and move the joysticks, but it's also like probably pretty decent chocolate.
I loved his show.
Not gonna say it's great chocolate. Did Taika? Okay, yeah. Zack Snyder said something fucking stupid, and I hate him. So we'll talk about that for a second. Once it loads. Oh, Zack Snyder said he didn't go far enough, quote, with Sucker Punch. And that's why the audience didn't get it.
Okay. That was how many years ago?
Doesn't matter.
Somebody
Is there an
probably asked him a
expansion on that
question-
thought?
Yeah. Someone probably asked him a question at a Q&A, and he was like, well, I think the problem with Sucker Punch was like, blah, 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 blah.
Isn't that movie over 2 hours?
He says he thinks he could have made his 2011 film more obvious of a satire because apparently Sucker Punch was a satire.
That was a satire.
Wasn't it about like women in like a
I,
freaking prison, sort of?
Mental institution, yes.
Yeah.
I also think he could have put a lot more effort into making us realize that 300 was a comedy.
Quote, Sucker Punch is probably the most obvious example of straightforward, pure satire that I've made, and I still think I didn't go far enough. Because a lot of people thought that it was just a movie about scantily clad girls dancing around in a brothel. I'm like, really? Did you see Watchmen?
That's what I was going to say. Watchmen was the closest he would get to pure satire, if he was going to mention that.
Quote, that film is completely a superhero deconstruction from the drop, which is all Alan Moore. That's the thing I found really interesting and motivating throughout my career, and I think that seen as a whole, it's more obvious than on a movie-to-movie basis. He added, the thing that is deceiving about my movies is that I'm always trying to give the audience the movie they think they want to see, but also give them the subverted version of it at the exact same time. Then that notion has always been really cool and fascinating, that as filmmakers, we're trying to sneak in the subversive thing without breaking the illusion. That's the trick.
So you use the word allegory, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So maybe this is just a narrow perspective understanding of what that word means. But in the cave scenario, right? The allegory cave scenario, it only works presented to an outside audience if you can see all of the components of the allegory itself, right? You have to be able to see the images on the wall. You have to be able to see the people seeing the images on the wall. You have to be able to see the flames that are creating the shadows of the images on the wall. And you have to be able to see the puppets that the flames are used to project the images on the wall. You have to be able to see all the components that make it up in order to understand what is actually happening. So, like, if he's presenting it as something, but he doesn't actually reveal all the layers of that thing and just leaves it up to the audience to understand, like, oh, there's, 2 extra layers of this thing. No one's going to fucking figure that out. You know what I mean? Like, if we, as an audience, are just the people seeing the images on the wall, and he's like, "Oh yeah, like this audience is totally going to be able to figure out that it's puppets and a flame behind them." What the
I'll tell you, here's
what the
what I
fuck is the
think.
point?
I think he thinks he's smarter than he is.
Yes.
He also thinks he makes good movies, and he also uses words like allegory to keep giving the illusion that he knows what the fuck he's doing. Obviously, he's someone's nephew because
Jesus.
I'll never take away from him that he makes stylish movies, and people will look at stylish stuff, and
Yeah.
sometimes stylish stuff is cool. Like when James Gunn wrote a movie and he directed it and had a lot of zombies, it was good. I love the fuck out of Dawn of the Dead. When Frank Miller wrote a fantastical version of the Battle of Thermopylae,
yeah,
when he created that comic book and then Zack Snyder adapted it, it was incredible because he was just using someone else's stuff. When he's got to write his own things, he doesn't have the depth he thinks he has. Or he's not as good at laying those layers out, like Kyle was saying, as he thinks he is. So you
Doomsday.
get an action fest where you're supposed to read between the lines when you don't give enough metaphor there for us to figure out what you're trying to say.
he's also insulting.
And you get 20 minutes of the Norwegian girl singing.
Yeah,
The
nice.
man's pretentious. There's no doubt he's a bit pretentious.
A bit.
20
bit.
minutes.
Yeah, it's like, listen, if you're gonna be a creep with a chick, just do what Tarantino did. Stop dancing around for 20 minutes and have her sing.
Yeah, just show her feet and jerk off. Let's be men.
Exactly. Insulting this guy.
Pravdo.
He's gonna force me to act.
And we got anything in the chats?
Nope.
Oh, nice.
Nope.
Ourselves. Yeah.
Cool.
Um,
It's because we didn't use that ad money. That's why.
Hmm.
We didn't use it to promote this show. That was our issue.
is there people watching?
There are two.
Okay.
Hey, Mike.
Hi. You want to hear more Star Trek stuff? I could talk about it.
No.
And movie.
Is it Mike and Pat? That'd be hilarious. Those are the two.
Retired Israeli head of space security claims Earth is collaborating with the Galactic Federation.
Good.
Wait, the United Federation of Planets?
So are we just supposed to take everything that the Zohan says at face value, or?
So
You don't mess with him.
The former head of Israel's space security program, Haim Ashad, has either just spilled the biggest secret in world history or is deeply delusional. Ashad allegedly claims the Galactic Federation has been in touch with the governments of the United States and Israel, but asked for its existence to be kept secret. Ashad is a former general who spent 29 years as head of Israel's space security program, while also a professor at the Technion, Israel's Institute of Technology. Consequently, he's more likely to be in on any space secrets than someone raving about aliens on YouTube. Nevertheless, the response to Ashad's claim is a mix of skepticism and satire. The article goes on to quote trolls on the internet and also Ashad's scientific papers that he's
Wait,
published.
So
But
is Zack Snyder making a movie about this?
thank you, Kyle.
maybe I think
See, that's not what I'm reading out of this whole thing. This actually makes me believe there is a Jewish space laser. Marjorie Taylor Greene was, you know, I can't
you can't say it with a straight face.
if anything,
Nope.
this makes me want some history of the world stuff.
Part 3.
Juice in space.
Using space.
I've been saying it for how long? We've been in contact since about the 40s or 50s.
Probably been way before that.
Oh yeah,
Even
the
before that.
Egyptians and the Sumerians and the
Stonehenge, man.
you know Gozer, the Gozerians and the Vigos and you know.
If you believe in space, they're interdimensional, but that's another story. You guys aren't ready for that yet. You haven't earned your stripes.
Wait,
Some of them are from space. Some of them are from.
Space.
the Final Frontier.
What?
You all believe that the world is a sphere, so whatever.
Yeah. Why would there not be intelligent beings through the vastness of space?
Wait, so you're talking interdimensional? Do they have crystal skulls?
In space. No, Joe, they go through stargates, you dummy.
Yeah, in space, in the vastness of space. Why would there not?
No,
be?
stargates, we have them here on Earth, dude. Read
No.
a freaking book.
You
We
were
need
saying
Kurt
that
Russell.
Excuse me, watch a YouTube video.
We, if you're watching a YouTube, people are watching a YouTube video right now.
Yeah.
So
Give me
says
some-
James Spader.
All right, guys, it's time for Kyle's favorite segment.
Wait, wasn't there
Night?
another piece of news that dropped this week?
No,
Live action Legend of Zelda movie?
no, that was last week, bro.
Is that last
yeah, it was
Oh,
last
okay.
week.
We talked about it.
week? Oh, crazy. All right. So yeah,
That was
food review. Food news.
News time.
We got another viewer just since you started said that.
Yeah. Girl Scouts Thin Mint Dark Chocolate Spoons are an item that's dropping, I believe, at the Walmarts and Targets.
I am all
I'm
about
gonna need
that.
this explained.
Yeah.
They're for hot chocolate. Like,
But
a
like literal like plastic spoons with the dark chocolate on
They're
them,
made
or,
out
like,
of chocolate.
no, the entire spoon's made of chocolate,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
and you
That's
like
nice.
Mm-hmm.
stir and it melts into the cocoa, and it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Sign
not
me up.
for hot chocolate. It is the hot chocolate.
Well, it depends. You could do it that way, where it is the only source of chocolate, or you could be diabetic fat fuck and use the spoon in an existing cup of hot chocolate.
I will be
So-
doing that.
So in the instructions, what does it say? Does it say like this is to be the
Hold on,
end
let
all
me-
be all of your hot chocolate, or does it say
Going
specifically
box
mix this?
Screen on my hand computer, and oh wait, I fucking can't. I don't know. It's the front of it.
So what is? Well, the reason why I'm asking is because does it say like the best pairing with hot chocolate for the spoon would be like Swiss Miss? Is there like an ultimate Girl Scout hot chocolate bukkake situation?
A tsunami?
It's chocolate and chocolate. However you want to go about it.
I would like to mix
Personal.
half a pack of Swiss Miss, half a pack of Nesquik, just a curveball. Mix it with the spoon, and then get separately, not like a package of marshmallows, but get like what are they called? Like do they still make the you know what? Why not just go with Malamars
I mean, weird.
in lieu of regular marshmallows?
How's that gonna fit in one fucking mug?
I
What?
like.
Malamars are pretty big.
Yeah.
So how's that working? You're only gonna get one Malamar.
What do you mean? How's it working? Have you listened to the rest of the fucking mug? What's going in it?
How big is this mug?
How is any of it gonna
You
work?
haven't you haven't figured out how big the
There's
mug
gonna be powder all over the fucking kitchen. None of it's gonna work.
First
Joe would kill me.
Yo, these are $15 for 6 of them.
What? No. No, you
Yeah.
go to TJ Maxx and you get the 6-pack for like $5.
You go to Walmart and you get 6 of them for $15.
Nah.
So
Yeah.
what you is, I don't want to hear any of that hot water in cocoa bullshit. You
Steam your milk.
you steam your milk, or you go half and half.
Or you do hot water into oatmeal and you make hot chocolate oatmeal.
That's a thing.
Is it a thing? I just fucking made it up.
That's a thing.
I want to hear water with my hot chocolate.
No water. So I
No
could say half and half.
Mike, you've never had hot chocolate with water?
No, I have. That's why I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
No better way. There's no better way to do it than with milk.
Yeah.
You're
Or
right.
you get the
I lived most of my life with water,
Creamier.
and I feel like I was robbed as a child.
I was gonna say, Mister, I don't want to do anything in a kitchen is gonna steam his own milk for hot chocolate.
Oh, no, you microwave it. What the fuck?
Yeah,
am I?
no. It goes in the microwave,
Or
and you get
put
this.
it in a fucking pot.
You get those marshmallows that are like candy coated with the peppermint on. Yeah, so
You
good,
and your fucking
dude. I am a peppermint.
bitch.
Is there a point in a microwave where milk will burn?
Yeah, there's a point in the microwave where anything.
Yeah. So, what is the
Bacon
time? What is the amount of time to avoid putting milk in the microwave if you're doing that?
35 minutes.
Never, probably 30 minutes.
Fucking asshole. It's got to be like 3 minutes, right?
No,
No, it will boil.
hey, you could definitely go to 8. I think max. You get
8 minutes.
you'll
That's
get
a
scalding-
long
8
time.
minutes.
scalding hot milk.
Listen, I want you to do that experiment in your microwave because again, if I do that experiment in my microwave, Joe will kill me.
But so the half and half, right? And
Sure.
you let it get nice and hot. You have your cocoa mix.
Mm-hmm.
This
All
better
right.
be the only food news you have.
It's not. Get yourself some fancy ass chocolate hot cocoa mix too. None of that fucking Swiss Miss bullshit.
Oh, dude, freaking get the
Oh, Swiss
microplane
Miss.
out and with the chocolate. Yeah.
You're getting ahead of yourself, Joe. Then what you want to do to make sure you bring it down to a cool enough temperature is you plop a scoop of chocolate ice cream into the hot cocoa.
Madman.
Now you add your marshmallows and then a whipped cream flavored whatever you want. You could do traditional, or they have chocolate whipped cream, or they have a variety of other flavors. And I think I
Or
might
whipped cream vodka.
or whipped cream vodka, yeah, fucking.
Then the chocolate
Yeah.
wafer, and then a marshmallow on top of that.
And
And
then
you
you
toast
microplane the fucking. And
You-
there you go.
You got to get Belgian
Good job,
chocolate
man.
or German chocolate. You know, you can't use that American chocolate.
Lay's is finally dropping ketchup flavored chips in America.
Ew.
Why do you say ew?
Why do I want chips that
What do you-
taste like
what-
ketchup?
What do you dip French fries in, asshole?
Actually, I
Not an
Shut
asshole.
the fuck up.
I've never dipped French fries in asshole.
Yet.
Never.
What do you dip French fries in? Asshole? Nope, not me.
can't say I have either.
Old El Paso's getting in on the hors d'oeuvres.
I used to call my dick
freezer
French fry.
section. Stuffed nachos from Old El Paso are coming out in a 3 cheese and a beef and cheese variety.
I mean,
Okay.
Justin, I'm thrilled to hear about this stuff that you're talking about, but I just thought of a question that I think needs to get brought up on a different show, maybe.
Okay.
Uh,
Are you sure we're
Mike
live?
Mike just made a comment about a name for his dick, I think. unless I misheard that. He did. And my question
fry.
is, maybe this is a teaser for the next live show. Does everyone in this group have a name for their penis, or did they have a name for their penis at one time in their life? And if so, what is that name?
The next live show is the Christmas live show.
Oh,
Perfect time.
do you know what? We don't say it. We have Rebecca guess each of our nicknames for our own joke. And then
Right now. The name, not my dick.
and
Candy
then
cane.
and then the second thing is I still have that question, that Thanksgiving question for you that you said you wanted me to ask on this show,
Yes.
but you're just doing like 8 hours of food news.
Well,
so.
you keep fucking interrupting me.
Well, 'cause it take forever.
I'm trying to get through it.
Just do it already.
They also have mini tacos in beef and cheese and chicken and cheese. My
Smoked
Mochi,
beef and cheese.
the ice cream mochi company, is coming out with a classic pickle flavored ice cream mochi.
Fuck off.
Change my pickle for a nickel.
This one has me excited. It's a Dollar General exclusive, which is kind of weird.
Ew.
But
Does it have brown stained ceiling tiles?
Michael, Michael and Joseph,
Taste of water bucket.
do you remember crunch taters from when we were super young?
Crunch tape.
Crunch
I have
Taters.
to look at it. I have to look it up.
They were put out by Lay's. They were extra crunchy potato chips.
Are they anything like tater skins?
Yes, I do remember
Probably
that
more like
the
Redskins.
alligator crocodile on the front.
Yes. Well, they're coming out limited edition Dollar General Mighty Mesquite and original flavor. We might have to try this, guys.
Might we?
Might be.
Damn.
Have you ever thought to yourself, man, I make
Nope.
a way better sandwich than Subway, but I wish I had their fucking sauces to put on my sandwich.
Nope.
I've never thought that, but
Mm-mm.
I do wish I had their sauces. Anyway,
Well, you could buy them. Coming to Walmart, you'll be able to get sweet onion teriyaki sauce, roasted garlic aioli sauce, creamy Italian MVP sauce, and Baja Chipotle sauce. All
Baja Chipotle and the sweet onion teriyaki are the only ones I need.
in a delightful 16 fluid ounce bottle.
Delightful.
Mm-hmm.
Honey Bunches
16
of Oats is getting in on the winter edition. That's the last cereal I thought I'd see, but whatever. Frosted Bunches is available right now in a grocery store near you. Dove Chocolate is dropping their cherry cordials just in time for the holidays, along with milk chocolate peanut butter reindeer.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I like
Mhm.
it.
Do you have Google alerts for food, or do you like deep dive?
I'm going to let you in on a secret. TikTok listens to me, so it just
Okay.
constantly drops.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised. I don't have like alarms in my phone for anything chocolate peanut butter related
It's true.
because I feel like I should have known about those.
Walmart is releasing, or has released, I think they're available now, scented blankets.
Okay, this is
Listen.
not food.
You need to confirm whether or not they're available
Are
now.
they
'Cause I'm
eatable?
not gonna scramble off the couch a second time for no reason.
They are available now. Cedar and pine, sweet peppermint, apple pie, and hot cocoa.
Can you eat the blankets?
You can. I don't think it's recommended.
Can
It's
you
not
lick the
fucking food
blankets?
news. It's smelly. It's smelly cloth news.
Smells
That's you know you can also name the show Smelly Cloth.
Smelly
food
cloth, smelly cloth.
How many coffee drinkers we got?
You.
All right. Guess what, guys? Eggo waffles and syrup flavored coffee creamer is coming to a grocery store soon.
No.
Technically, that's drink news.
But it's based
Liquid
on
news. This is not food. It's liquid.
But we did hot cocoa.
Is it pancake batter creamer? No. Then it's Then it's drink news.
And
Yo, if you
Yeah.
poured it in boiling hot water and it just bubbled, and like turned into like a fucking funnel cake in there.
Could you deep fry it and make funnel cake?
Coffee flavored funnel cake. That's
Yeah.
dog shit.
you can make a
Okay.
batter. That's called.
So are we done with food news?
That is the end of food news.
Okay, because I have a food
Woohoo!
question that I think would be a great bow on the end of food news, but I think we're over our time now.
We're
So
not. We still got time.
sorry, Matt Damon.
What do you got? What's your question?
My question is, it's specifically about a turkey, right? Because as you saw earlier, I had to go get it from the store. It's not a butterball, which Jill claimed she ordered, but it's clearly not one of those. So I think she fucked up. She's claiming that the guy at Target fucked up, but I think she fucked up. Anyway, the question is, we're going away for the weekend, right? So the reason why I had to get it today and not tomorrow, because we're not coming home tomorrow, and my parents don't have a place to keep it in their freezer. But I know you need to take it out a few days in advance to thaw. It is a 20-pound turkey,
Fuck.
and normally, I believe that's out for 4 days.
No.
This could have been a text.
Could have been, but it's food news.
Could've.
This is actually
Food
food,
news.
not drinks or blankets.
Not sheets. Not
4
blankets.
days, 4 days if you're going to let it thaw in a refrigerator.
Okay,
Do not leave it out in the open for that long.
okay.
You need it for Friday, right?
Yes.
Because I'm doing the desserts for your Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
So I would take it out Monday.
Take it out of the freezer Monday to put it in the fridge.
Correct.
Okay.
And then Thursday, when you get back, I would then take it out of the fridge and make sure that it's completely defrosted. And if it's not, then you could leave it overnight out. Or you could brine it. I suggest brining it because that's the way to go. So brine it
Okay.
Thursday night into Friday morning. Then you rinse it, pat it dry, massage some butter and seasonings up in that bitch, and then put it in the oven.
Yeah, you gave Jill directions for last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if she brined it or not. Browned it, whatever the past tense of brine is.
Brandon.
Brewed.
Brined. Brined.
Brewed.
Okay, do we have any douches?
Justin.
I have no douches. I do have a
I've
nerd.
got two nerds. Okay, go for
Alright.
the nerds.
Us.
Pink.
It's my favorite color.
The singer.
The pants
The
company?
color of fashion.
She is doing a bunch of concerts in Florida this week. And to all the attendees of her concert, she is giving out all of the banned books that Florida has banned over the last year.
That's a good move.
So
So is she just like robbing libraries, or
she's just, buying tons of copies and just giving the fucking books out. Good for her.
Amazon.
where's she buying them from? Not Florida.
Probably Amazon.
Clearly not Florida, but
Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah. These books are still printed, Kyle. They're just
Bam.
banned in the state.
How do they get
Well,
through
they're
to
banned in the
Florida?
school-
Unless
they're
she's
banned in the
lugging them from
schools, right?
Georgia across the border.
You are extra tonight.
They're not banned in the state, right? They're banned from the schools putting them in there. Like
Correct.
I'm pretty sure they're not doing burning yet.
Are you
Yeah.
are you sure that the entire Florida border is not lined with
There
book
be-
protectors?
There's book patrols. I just drove through there recently. There was book patrol.
So
Yeah.
do they have like book it like locked up and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's no longer a war on drugs, fellas.
It's a war on book
Do
it.
you, do you think the police will be waiting for her and they're going to say, Booker,
She's already done. She's already had like 3 concerts and she's giving the fucking shit out.
So
you missed my pun. You missed my pun. Just hold on a second. You missed my pun.
I didn't hear anything funny, so I just kept going. Did you say something?
They're going to say,
Oh,
Booker,
okay.
Dano.
That's good.
Booker, Dano.
How is it funnier when he doubles down? How was it funnier the second time?
Mike, who are your nerds?
I got Nas, hip hop artist Nas,
Sadu.
has created a paid in full foundation to support hip hop pioneers. So, unlike the wrestling industry, people in the hip hop industry are doing something to help the people that inspired them.
Neat.
Because I know that already in the comic industry, there's already something in place for this. I don't know about other industries, but like he's helping take care of people who brought him up in the industry, which is good. So yeah, Nas.
Woo.
And I'm gonna get the specific town in New Hampshire. Where'd I put that?
They have a great state motto.
What is
City
it?
of Dover, New Hampshire, for making a 40th anniversary Ninja Turtles manhole cover directly in front of the location where the house was that Eastman and Laird created the entire Turtles universe. Where the house was because it was demoed
Oh,
and unfortunately they weren't able to turn it into a landmark.
Uh,
But
is it a pizza place at least?
I was gonna say it's got to be a pizzeria
oh, wouldn't that be kismet? But I don't think so.
Damn.
or bodega that only sells pork rinds.
State motto,
Right.
live free or die.
hard.
Yeah, that is a good state motto.
No, it's just live free or die. I think it's number 1 on the list of state mottos,
It's definitely number 1 on our list.
for sure.
It just edges out Delaware,
Hi,
which
we're in Delaware.
Delaware, just passing through.
no, I don't know if Delaware's state motto is actually just the first state. I don't know if they have a motto
I think-
aside from that.
I think it is.
But I think Ricky Bobby would be proud of Delaware's state motto.
Yeah.
If you're not first, you're last. If you don't
And then
choose
there's New
Big Red,
Jersey.
then fuck you.
Anyway, it's like
Fuck yeah.
we're first. Enough said. What else you got?
Ending. Let's make an ending because it's ended like an hour ago. But end it.
Justin, are you done with food news yet?
I think I have food news for next week already. We had to push this show.
So I'll make you a deal, Joe.
You're
Cut out the stream. Cut out the stream. Justin, continue on with your food news, and we'll get it all out this week.
you're not on the show next week anyway.
Yeah, but these guys don't want to hear it either.
Yeah, they do. Joe loves food news.
It is getting to Christmas time, and it's all chocolate and peppermint, and more chocolate and peppermint, and
Yeah, bitch.
Fucking addict.
dude, you should see my like pantry. It's just full of Christmas stuff.
Stop a line of fucking candy cane and snort it. Then he sits back on his couch, puts on Frosty.
Dude, our tree's up, our house is decorated, the outside's done.
Does Beth peg you with a candy cane?
No. Dude, you think about it. It was
Curly
so beautiful last weekend.
When she
What-
pegged you with a candy cane.
It was a perfect time for me to
The
just
big,
for
thick, it's
just
the thick peppermint stick one.
dude,
It's one of the lawn candy
it's
canes.
the giant ones.
Yeah.
But dude, you guys got to come see the house. It looks great.
I will.
It's one of the ones that's
It
filled
gets
with
closer
M&Ms.
to Christmas.
Yeah. You're supposed to do it in the cold and summer like everybody else.
Yeah,
you
hell no,
fucking
dude. I was up on the roof. It was nice out. I took my hoodie off.
fucker.
I'm like, sweating a little bit.
You know,
Joe's
I
gonna
thought I
grizzle
got-
off the roof one day.
I thought I got out of putting the lights on like the higher roof of my house.
Yeah.
For the first time since we lived here. Just because like we're pretty much like everyone like, Joe's dad doesn't want to come help do it because it's annoying to just fucking stand there for an hour and a half holding the ladder for me. So like no one wants to do it anymore. But now Morgan's got a new boyfriend, and Joe was like, "Hey, you want to come help us put up Christmas?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And so now back putting lights on the top of the house again.
Just get projectors. That's what I do.
Well, we have a projector for Halloween.
Those are
It's
tacky.
You know what? It is
I
a
gotta
nightmare
start
before
watching
Christmas
porn
projector,
now.
though, so
I'm
never
never
mind
gonna
to use it again.
All right, go ahead and end the show.
All right. As always, if you like what you hear, you can like us on Facebook.com/Nerdaties. Follow us on Twitter @Nerdaties. Email us at nerdaties@gmail.com. And check out nerdaties.com and tune in for the next live show where everybody talks about the names for their dicks.
Yes.
That's right.
While you're at that website, fuck yourself, and then go over to nerdaties.myspreadshop.com. Buy our cool shirts and hoodies and socks and hats and aprons and fucking
Satchels,
whatever the fuck else you want to buy.
baby clothes.
There's ornaments and shit. Go over to can'tstoptheropedrop.myspreadshop.com to get some really cool holiday and regular Disney related shirts. Go to sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com. That's CINNFUL creationsbyjustin.com and order your holiday treats. The holiday menu is up. People are already ordering plenty of holiday items. I got the first order for the Hostess cupcake cookie. Those have been up since September. My first batch of them will be made for an order for Thanksgiving. I'm excited for that person. Not excited that I have to make them. There's a lot of steps to that one. I probably should have thought that one out a little bit better before I put it on the menu, but they look cool.
Bad call. Any
Yeah.
peanut butter?
Yes,
Peanut butter
the
frosting.
same
one?
order has a peanut butter frosting,
Good stuff.
which makes my life easy because they are the same base cookie. So, but yeah, order stuff, get it delivered. We now have mystery snack boxes and a mystery gift box. The snack box is a half dozen of each of the followings: assorted cookies, assorted hand pies, and brownies. And the gift box is a dozen cookies, a dozen brownies, a dozen hand pies, and a full dozen of the large size cinnamon rolls. Get them shipped to you. You're a
What-
fan.
What flavor is assorted?
Whatever I feel like putting.
I keep hearing that word, but I can't imagine what assorted tastes like.
You're on a good one.
It tastes like sorted.
What?
It tastes like sorted ass.
Sounds like something you would make.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I want to stick my French fry in.
uh, well, thank you for everybody tuning into the live show.
Both of you.
Yeah,
All three.
all three. If you're watching the replay or if you're watching this live, down at the bottom you'll see a subscribe button. Mash that button, and then next to it you'll see a bell. Hit that bell to get notified when new content is coming, because new content is coming, including more live shows.
Maybe.
Christmas stuff.
More than 3 people listen.
And videos and movies and shorts and a cooking show. Give us a budget for these, because we need money to do this stuff, and we would like some. Write to us at nerdaties@gmail.com. We'll croon, we'll swoon, we'll talk about your business and or product. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Yeah.
One last thing to plug. Our annual Christmas week off. You, dear, sweet listeners, you will still get new episodes. You're going to get our Nerdaties Hallmark Christmas movie radio play, thingamabob, whatever we decide to name it, because we still haven't. And the 100 greatest television shows picked by Nerdaties.
AKA another excuse to yell at each other.
Oh, it's going to be a shit show.
Ho ho ho, bitch.
The opinions of the Nerdities crew are idiotic and poorly thought out, but don't worry, next week's will be far more insulting. Bye.
Watch Star Trek and Nerdities. Thank you.
Oh!
Okay. Did we decide on